Namaskar, welcome to White Channel. Today we will explore the biggest myth of Indian markets and kitchen. We assume spotless vegetables are best, but nature tells us different story. Worms survive only on vegetables that are low in pesticide. Meanwhile, those big, flawless vegetables we admire often carry chemicals residue we cannot see.
Have you ever looked at a vegetable with small wormholes and felt a pang of disgust? What if I told you that those blemishes are actually a sign of safety? The small imperfections often found on organically grown vegetables are marks of nature's intervention. These holes indicate that the produce is less likely to have been doused in harmful pesticides, and by choosing these ugly vegetables, you could be making a safer choice for your health. Nature has a way of signaling which foods are safe to eat. Worms, for instance, are particular creatures. They tend to avoid eating anything that is heavily treated with toxic pesticides. Instead, they gravitate towards plants that are grown more naturally, free from excessive chemical residues. Think of those holes in the leaves as small indicators of purity. When you notice a worm nibbling on a vegetable, it signifies that the plant has been cultivated without the harsh interference of synthetic chemicals. Simply trim away the affected areas and enjoy the abundance of nutrients the rest of the vegetable offers. On the contrary, gleaming vegetables may carry a hidden danger, a peril that isn't always visible to the naked eye. Farmers often resort to using potent pesticides to achieve that polished look we associate with freshness and quality. However, these chemicals can infiltrate the plant's tissues and resist thorough washing. Studies reveal a worrying trend. The more flawless a vegetable appears on the shelf, the greater the likelihood that it harbors pesticide residue. This residue is not just a superficial concern. It can have severe effects on our health over time, including disruptions to hormones, fertility issues, and even potential cancer risks. The irony lies in the fact that we fret over harmless worms while real dangers lurk within the lush greens of perfect produce. Insects have a keen sensitivity to chemicals. Their avoidance of certain vegetables reveals the presence of pesticides. If a vegetable remains untouched, it is often a warning sign that it is laden with toxins. Conversely, if pests are feasting on a vegetable, it is a clue that it is safe for human consumption. As shoppers seeking the best for our families, it is vital to shift our perceptions and embrace the beauty of the imperfect and naturally grown. We've been steered to believe that vegetables should be flawless, gleaming, uniform in shape, and perfectly colored. However, nature doesn't conform to our aesthetic standards. Take a look at those irregularly shaped tomatoes and bent cucumbers. These eccentric forms are not just quirks, they signify authentic, organic growth. A small, oddly shaped brinjal or tomato typically hides a story of cultivation that shuns chemical boosters and artificial fertilizers. It reflects slow, natural growth and the diligent hands of traditional farmers who prioritize health over appearance. When shopping for vegetables, the key to reducing pesticide exposure lies in our choices. Opt for the smaller cultivars rather than the oversized ones that have been engineered for visual appeal. A slight blemish or worm mark? Embrace it. With a simple wash, these minor imperfections can easily be eliminated, ensuring you enjoy the food without the toxic burden. Additionally, give preference to seasonal vegetables. Their reduced chemical usage makes them a healthier option. A wash involving baking soda and water can effectively reduce pesticide residues, allowing you to enjoy nature's bounty with less worry. One pressing question arises: are worms really harmful to humans? Absolutely not. The worms you might encounter while preparing your vegetables are leaf eaters and not harmful carriers of disease. Any damaged sections can be simply cut away without concern. The real danger lies in the unseen pesticides that cling to the produce, potentially compromising our health. In our everyday lives, we face an abundance of invisible toxins masquerading as convenience. Nature offers us a message through our food. A vegetable that sustains insects is likely safe for human consumption. Those so-called perfect vegetables with unnatural shine and impeccable symmetry could be concealing a darker truth. The next time you spot a vegetable with a small hole, let it serve as a reminder. That's nature's way of showing its authenticity. Embrace the uniqueness of these crops, for they tell the tale of purity and health. So, as we make our choices in the market, remember that worm marks denote natural growth. It's the pesticide residues we need to fear, not the telltale signs of a healthy, real vegetable. Let us redefine our standard of beauty in nature, knowing that true organic produce is not about looks, but about health.